Ho, 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 ho! Merry Christmas! I'm Santa Claus! Ho, 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 ho! Nah, not really. It's me, David A. Elliott. G'day, how you going? Well, it's coming up to Christmas, so I decided I'd talk about the Santa Claus pub crawls that occur all over the world. There are variations on the theme, but the basic concept is that participants dress up as Santa Claus, or in a Christmas related costume, and then visit a number of designated pubs for a drink. Usually, money is raised for a charity as part of these events. Some of the places around the world where it occurs are London, Reno, San Francisco, Denver, Munich, Nijmegen in Holland, and Wollongong here in Australia. A number of these events claim to have over 10,000 participants. But when and how did this tradition originate? Well, I'll start by discussing SantaCon. It was originally called Santarci, and the history is very clear. It started as a 1994 street theatre event in San Francisco carried out by the Cacophony Society, aimed at mocking Christmas and its associated consumerism. It was intended as a one-off event, but became an annual event and morphed into the Santa Claus Pub Crawl style occasion. This spread to many cities in the US and even internationally, but it is not the true origin of the Santa Claus Pub Crawl. The Atlanta Santa Crawl claims that 2018 is its 27th year of the annual event, meaning its first year would be 1992, 2 years earlier than SantaCon's 1994. But it seems that's not true. I did further research and found an article in the Atlanta Buzz from 2006 with the headline, "The 14th Annual Atlanta Santa Claus Pub Crawl." This would mean their first Santa Claus pub crawl was in 1993 and not 1992. However, this is not the end of the story, as in 2001, Santas Eric and Pete stated on a now obsolete Atlanta Santa Claus Pub Crawl website that, and I quote, "Starting with just a handful of friends in 1994, the crawl blossomed to over 300 participants this year," i.e. 2001. An article in the Atlanta AJC in 1997 reinforces this statement as it having started in 1994. So sorry, Atlanta, you need to brush up on your math as you're celebrating the 27th anniversary 2 years too early. Anyway, looking further afield, down here in Australia, we have Wollongong, claiming it has the longest continually run Santa pub crawl in the world, and over 10,000 people are expected to attend this year, meaning 2018. They claim that 2018 will be their 25th year, making their first year 1994, the same year as Atlanta and San Francisco. But can we find anywhere in the world where there was a Santa Claus pub crawl before 1994? Well, Brett Cox stated in the Illawarra Mercury in 2007 that the idea originated in Newcastle and was brought to Wollongong by Mr. Webster. So, an annual Santa Claus pub crawl must have been occurring in my own hometown before 1994. Yeah, I have to confess, I knew that all along, as the first one I went to was in 1989, and that was actually the third year of the event. So, the origin of the Santa Claus Pub Crawl was actually in 1987 in Newcastle, Australia. Trust us to put a pub in a Christmas event. Anyway, watch out for my next video where I'll talk more about the origin and history of the Newcastle Santa Claus Pub Crawl. So watch out for it. And remember, if you like what you see, make sure you subscribe and keep watching for new videos. And if you really, really love them, then help support me to make more with as little as $1 a month at Patreon. Have a good one and see you around like a ristle.